Welcome to vlog 109. Hi guys, welcome to my first review of Season 11 of Project Runway, Episode 1. The episode was called There's No I in Team. And before I get into that, I'm going to talk a little bit about Road to Runway, which is the first show which introduces, everybody before the actual, Project Runway starts. And what I wanted to say before I tell you who the people are is I understand that Mondo is a judge because he was the first season's winner and he knows what he's doing. But how is Laura Kathleen a judge? She failed last season. She doesn't have any talent or very little talent, and she could not handle the competition last season. So I don't understand why she's a judge. The other thing I want to say is designs that the contestants showed the judges were very interesting. Now, I'm going to tell you the names of the people that are on the show. And it goes like this. Emily Pollard, Benjamin Mock, Michelle Linsek Franklin, Amanda Valentine, Patricia Michaels, Joseph Aaron Siegel, Cindy Marlett, Daniel Iskel, Kate Pancoke, Richard Hallmark, James Martinez, Leanna Algulor, Tu Shutawat Nekchat, Samantha Black, Matthew Arthur, and Stanley Hudson. Now, if I screwed up any of the names, forgive me. You know that I don't do very good with names and stuff like that. But I obviously just showed you the pictures, so you know exactly who I'm talking about if you watch the show. Now, that was part 1 of my vlog. This is going to be part 2 of my vlog. And like I said, the show was called There's No I in Team, where they were introduced about the twist. And before I get into that, they're all meeting each other, obviously, in the runway before Heidi and Tim Gunn comes out. And Heidi Klum and Tim Gunn come out and greet them on the runway, of course. And then they tell them about the twist. Teams. Nobody is happy about it. I'm not happy about it either, but at least in this episode, they were kind of allowed to show their aesthetics, but they needed to be critiqued from each other and stuff like that, which I didn't really understand how that it was a team challenge, but whatever. The teams are as follows, and I'm not going to give you the pictures this time because you just saw the people. Number 1 team is Daniel, Amanda, Liana, Richard, Patricia, Joseph, Stanley, and Kate, which obviously leaves team 2, which is Emily, Benjamin, Michelle, Sydney, James, Tu, Samantha, and Matthew. The first challenge that they had to do was make an outfit that shows who they are with the input of the team. They had to learn the aesthetics of everybody on their team. And Tim said, "You're only as strong as your weakest link." And the winner will obviously be from the winning team, and the loser will obviously be from the losing team. And the inspiration for the challenge, New York City. And team 1 will take a boat on the Hudson to take a look at the city from a far distance. And team 2 will view New York City from above on the roof of the Atlas building where they are living. Now, they named their teams. Team 1 was named Keep It Real, and those were the boat people. And team 2 was Dream Team, and that was the roof people. Now they all went to Mood, and each team got $1,200 and 45 minutes a shot, and that translates to $150 per designer. And obviously they could play with the money any way they wanted, but the whole team got $1,200, and they got 1 day for the challenge, and they all get to critique each other. That should be interesting, right? Right. Now, we already have troubles in the first episode where one contestant cannot handle it. Emily is way behind, and all she has on the mannequin is muslin. So everybody else on her team is asking her if she needs help, and giving her suggestions and stuff like that. And she didn't listen to their advice about how to do the outfit, which was something about multiple layers and other things. What the hell? Emily, I thought you went on Project Runway to win, but apparently you couldn't handle the competition, so try again next year. Then Cindy said in the apartments the next day, we need to weed out the herd anyway. And I'm thinking, yikes, this woman is not only the grandma of the competition, but she's a mean lady. Not by personality, but that phrase was just awesome. And then Amanda said, you are cutthroat, which is really funny to me. And then Cindy, after saying all this, decided to help Emily. Her heart was breaking for her.
Her heart was breaking for her.
Now, I want to tell you guys that all pictures of the models will be pictured at the end of the vlog. I will not put them anywhere in this season except at the end of the vlog, because it takes 4 hours for me to edit. And that's just too much effort for you guys when I don't get many comments and I don't get many views. So once I start getting views and comments, and I see the effort from you guys, my subscribers, I will probably edit in the pictures in the middle of the vlog where I talk about the outfits, because like I said, editing takes too long. Okay, the winning team was Keeping It Real, which was the boat people, and the Dream Team obviously lost. Now, the top 3 winners were Daniel, Richard, and Patricia. And again, these are my opinions, although after each person I will tell you a little bit of what the judges said. Now, Daniel. I want to tell you guys now that because my name is Daniel and I prefer to be called Dan or Danny, I do not like saying his full name, but I'll live. But the outfit that he made is very unique and is flattering to the model, and I'm in love with it. And it has just enough sex appeal. Flaps on the front I do not understand, but I think without it the dress would not have any life and would not be original. And Nina said likes the shorter sleeve and the pant that are short, and I have to agree with that. And then Zach, who is the new judge, which by the way I forgot to tell you the judge's name, so give me a second, likes that it looks like sportswear, structure, and draping, and that it looks like a classic New York with the black. And Chris, who was the winner of season 4, loves neckline and no zipper. Me too. And then he liked the dynamic because they have to work together to move on, and Daniel said that. Now, because I forgot to tell you who the judges are, let me tell you who the judges are. Heidi Klum. The new judge is Zach Poulsen, who is a fashion designer. Then obviously we have Nina Garcia, who is the fashion director of Marie Claire magazine. And then the guest, like I said, was the winner of season 4, Christian Siriano. I apologize for not telling you the judges beforehand, but I will on the next vlog. Now, Richard. I also love this one. Yet another unusual piece. There's one long sleeve and there's one short sleeve with a bracelet on the model's wrist. This pretty much covers my naked arm syndrome requirement, because it covers at least one arm and the model's arm that's not covered is not naked. It has a bracelet on it. It also flowed as the model was walking. Would have loved to see maybe a little bit of necklace or some kind of choker on her neck just for styling, but I think the model is perfectly fine by herself the way it was, but she has a short neck and that's why I kind of want something on her neck. And the outfit by itself is wonderful, but like I said, short neck, kind of want something on her neck. And then Nina said, very urban, it looks sporty, and she can definitely see New York in there. And Zach says, likes the asymmetry and it's flattering. Heidi said, likes the short long sleeves. Me too, obviously. And Christian doesn't know if it's his aesthetic, but I think that him or Daniel should win this episode. And you see who won when I finish talking. Patricia. This woman can talk, so I have a lot to say about her. I was really afraid that this wasn't going to work. However, it's a simple but very safe dress. It's a little short, which bothers me greatly, and I want to ask you women, my subscribers, how do you sit in such short dresses without showing off your underwear or something? And then the painted buildings on the outfit is unusual and unique, but it's still too safe. And I like her aesthetic thus far, but she should not win this episode. And I'm going to tell you right now that she didn't, but she's still safe, which I'm glad about. In the episode, she was talking way too much, and also the blue was sticking out of the armpits, and it looked like a huge mistake. But she tried to play off that she wanted the blue there and she wanted the cubism to show as well. And everybody had the shut up already look. Heidi said she's a talker, you don't even need to talk that much, and she asked her if she knew that the show was only 90 minutes long. And then Christian loves the building look, but thinks it's a great piece because it shows time and effort, and it looks like it took time and effort. And then Zach said likes the tactile look, but needs to learn how to make it more emotional with the tactiles. And Nina said good idea to keep shape simple and panels give it movement. Now the bottom three were James, Sydney, and Emily. James probably was too safe of an outfit, plus this is not unique. Many women walk around with this outfit, and I also need to invoke the naked arm syndrome requirement. Was naked arms. The top is puffy, it's white, which is another problem, and downright doesn't fit the look of the model. The bottom half shows great effort, and including the styling with the purse. The top part just looks thrown together last minute. Heidi said, did the team steer you in the wrong direction? Then Ben said, I don't mind it terribly. Then Zach said the top looks chewed up. Nina said nothing wrong with the outfit, but it doesn't have anything inspiring in it for New York. And Christian said if you want to have a top tank blouse, it has to be the most sought out top ever. And then Emily, she should go home, period. She can't handle the competition. I think the outfit, with Sydney's help, came out decent, but it's still quite a mess. No real concept. That's all I got to say about her. Heidi said, I don't know what went wrong here, but it looks like my 8-year-old daughter made it, and it looks like the sewing machine ate it up. Christian, have sculpture inspiration idea which he wanted to see, but it still didn't work. And Nina said has never seen in the 11 seasons that they've been doing this such an unfinished outfit. And Heidi said, is there a zipper in the back? And Emily said, no, it's a tie, which was horrible. And then Heidi's eyes bulged like this. And then Zach said, need to have your craft ready to go and need to have taste in it as well. And then the last person we're going to talk about is Sydney. Even though it's a very safe dress, I kind of like this outfit, but it's safe and a little boring. I understand why she put in the checkered part of the dress, but that just doesn't belong in the dress. The length is great, but other than the checkered part, this dress has nothing to do with New York. Sydney claimed the print reminds her of the colors of New York. I don't think so. Heidi said, to me, this dress is not attractive at all. Nina said, nothing New York about this, nothing urban about it either. And then Christian said, he's excited that it's a gown. Then Zach said, this is confusing to me. And Sydney said right away, this is not me. And Nina said, gave the team high scores, but the low scores overpowered the high. And Zach said, if you have one hole in a boat, the whole boat sinks. Now, obviously, the winning team was keeping it real, and it could have been Richard, Patricia, or Daniel. Daniel won, and I accept it because it should have been between Richard and Daniel. And then we have the losing team, and it could have been between Emily, Sydney, and James on the dream team. And you guessed it, Emily lost. And clearly she should have gone home. Now, I was hoping that Sydney better not go home, because you cannot have two grandmas going first. Because remember that Peach from some episode before went home first. And obviously Sydney is the oldest person in the competition. And the last thing I want to tell you guys is everybody's age. Emily Pollard is 24. Benjamin Mack is 35. Michelle Lindzick Franklin is 34. Amanda Valentine is 31. Patricia Michaels is 46. Joseph Aranzio is 30. Sydney Marlett is 59. Daniel Esquel is 48. Kate Pencoki is 23. Richard Hallmark is 39. James Martinez is 29. Leanna Algor is 28. Tu Suwat Nakit is 26. Samantha Black is 28. Matthew Arthur is 30. And Stanley Hudson is 44. Now, I apologize that this vlog was very, very long, but obviously I had to do a long vlog for the first episode because that's how it usually happens. But the next episode that I review, which will obviously be 2, is not going to be that long. Now, in the comments below, tell me if you think Emily should have stayed or if somebody else should have gone home. And tell me in the comments below if you think somebody else should have won. I'm done with this vlog. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for vlog 2 of episode 2. Goodbye.